For all the 80s babies out there, go see Flash just for Michael Keaton alone. This motherfucker proved that he was the best Batman.
Mm.
All right.
How you feel about Ezra Miller?
Man, look, I thought it was Dylan Mulvaney running fast.
Oh my God.
Hey
Yeah.
man, I didn't know he got down like that. Yeah, the first photo I pulled up on
lipstick.
Google.
Yeah, his pronoun. Well, he doesn't go by his. He goes by they and their. He's on Bud Light can, man. He drink Bud Light.
Drinking that peach bush light, huh?
But you know what? I'm gonna say this. I ain't gonna shit on it too much. It was shit on him. The movie was good, man. Everybody, the young lady that played Supergirl, dope. What's the guy's name that plays Zod in Man of Steel? He was even phoning it in. And the only reason I know that is because he said he didn't feel the same motivation as he did when he did Man of Steel. He even did a dope job. You know what I'm saying? The CGI looked a little bit funny, but it was a nod to us. Because when they show the multiverse, you get to see Jay Garrick Flash, but then you get to see the cats we grew up with. You got to see Christopher Reeves. And then the woman who played Supergirl in the movie, she flies up next to him. And they staring into the thing because they can see everything that's going on. Then there was an unmade Superman movie called Superman Lives with Nicolas Cage, where he was fighting this huge spider. They showed that whole sequence. And they showed Nicholas. The shit was fucking dope, dude. I always said, Nicholas, fuck it. The shit was dope how they did it. A lot of the CGI is like, but it was dope, man.
They actually filmed that scene for Superman Lives?
The farthest that movie got, because it was the cat, it was, wasn't it Silent Bob's name? Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith, yeah.
The farthest they got was putting Nicolas Cage in costume. That's the farthest they ever got, where he had the long hair. They did the storyboard with him fighting a giant spider. They never filmed it. They filmed it for this movie, and it turned out dope, man. It turned out real dope. They showed George Reeves, Superman in there.
Wait a minute, George Reeves from like the 50s?
Showed his ass in there. But it was a mashup of Flashpoint Paradox, which I get kind of why they didn't. That would have been an epic, because it was a war between the Amazonians and Atlanteans and a lot of shit like that. Thomas Wayne, his wife became whatever. But it was a mashup of that and Crisis on Infinite Earths. So you see all of these Earths colliding, because this cat thought he went back in time, but he went to a different dimension. He ran into another Earth. And when they showed the shit, man, it's just the scene was just like, damn. Like when you see like Christopher Reeves, like, oh shit. You know what I mean? And the way they had him looking and the movement, technology is some crazy shit. The original Supergirl, they had George Reeves looking like, because they all could see what at
like George Reeves, not Christopher Reeves.
No, they had George Reeves. They show all of it. So it was, it was different Earths. So there's a point. All right,
I got a tap.
Okay. Ahead, no. Peace. There's a point where he ends up in the Speed Force, right? Mm-hmm. And he can see all of these different dimensions. Well, just like he's looking at them, they're fighting, and then they stop, and they can see this opening, and they're looking at him. So you see Jay Garrick Flash. Then you see George Reeves Superman, the old black and white.
Yeah.
He stops, he looks, and he's doing this shit, and he can see. Then it goes Christopher Reeves and the original Supergirl. They both he comes down and you can't see his face. Then you see his face. Then Supergirl, the original, flies up next to him, and they're looking into it. Then they do that whole action sequence with Nicolas Cage where he's fighting his fucking spiders. Fucking dope. And once he gets done fighting, they actually gave him the full sequence because the movie never got made. So once they show him looking in there. He's looking into the Speed Force, and the Flash is watching all of this. They show Adam West.
Wow.
Fucking crazy. And then, as a nod to it, he ends up, man, look, most of y'all ain't gonna go see this shit.
No.
He ends up going, spoiler alert, he ends up going back to his dimension. When the movie starts, Batman is Ben Affleck. He has this dope scene. But at the end of it, when Bruce Wayne pulls up, he thinks it's going to be Ben Affleck. Fucking George Clooney gets out the car. He was like, "You're not Batman, are you?" He looked at him and was like, "What the fuck wrong with you?" Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Batman.
Right. It was, bro. Listen, there were so many throwbacks. There was like you know how in the advertisement they show him saying, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts." Yeah, I'm Batman. There's a lot of callbacks to that original 1989 or 1987 Batman. But then there's things, for instance, we know Back to the Future. We know Michael J. Fox as being Marty McFly. In the universe he went to, it was fucking Eric Stoltz. And so I'm sitting with my kid. He was like, Eric. He was like, no.
Wow.
I said, what you don't understand is they wanted Eric Stoltz to play that role, and he actually shot the scene, but they thought that Michael J. Fox did the role better. And then there's a lot of, they start naming these different movies, and it was actually the people who were originally supposed to play them in the movies.
That's
man.
Crazy.
It was very well put together. It was a great story, man. Good story.
Makes me want to go see it, man. Because I always dug I like the Flash, the show, man. But I just the Flash as a character kind of sucks to me. Like everything doesn't come down to a race. You know what I mean?
And I think in the newer comics, they did a better job with that, especially when, you get the Wally West. It wasn't always about the speed and vibrating. This motherfucker, the cartoons kind of made him a goofball, but remember, he's a smart dude. He had to really think about a lot of shit. And you saw the different things that he could do with his speed in the later books. You know what I'm saying? Then they started introducing shit like the Sage Force, the Strength Force, that these motherfuckers could tap into. So it wasn't just speed. You know what I mean? Like this motherfucker could tap into super strength and all of that. But, people made fun of Aquaman, and I'm with you. I'm like, all the fucking Flash do is run fast. Well, now they got it to where he can hurl his own lightning. That's in the books. They put it in the movie. So it's a good movie for nostalgia reasons, man. Because when they get Michael Keaton in there and he puts that bat suit on, it's all steam ahead, man. He like fucking, he's on go, man. It's bad as hell. You like old ass Michael Keaton, but yeah, he does a good job.
He played the Vulture in Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he still got it.
He's big time, man. I look, man. I hope they get this motherfucking another Batman movie.
Yeah,
I hope. Yeah. I mean, the way he did it. I mean, look, man. I love the Nolan movies, but none of these other cats stand next to him. They actually had him fighting like the cat doing the comics and in the cartoons, man. Because he's like going 1-on-1 with a Kryptonian, but he does shit that Batman would do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he's sitting there trying to duke it out with because motherfucker will punch his head off. But he's kind of like trying to buy time. But you dig it, man. It's real good, brother.
All right, man. I'm gonna have to check it out.
All right, Cuddy.
All right, man.
Go see that Spider-Verse too, brother.
I'm not gonna make it to the movie theater.
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Yeah,
it'll come out on video. I'll stream it somewhere down the line. When I get around to it.
I feel you.
Just fuck these movies.
I feel you.
I did go see John Wick like 6 times though.
The new one?
Yeah.
I done watched it like 2-3 times. I ain't gonna lie. You can't look, man. It's the shit, some of the shit over the top.
Way over the top.
Way over the top.
He got hit by like 35 cars.
Not only that, man. At some point, that suit ain't gonna hold up, bruh. That suit ain't. But it was a good look, man. Yeah. That movie was fun. The characters, Kane and the samurai motherfuckers. Yeah. Because that was a samurai clan. They weren't really like assassins. The sumo motherfuckers. It was a blast. I'm glad that they're making a 5, and I'm glad they're doing the Continental spinoff and the Ballerina spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
The one I wish they would do was I wish they would do a spinoff with Halle Berry's character and them dogs.
Yeah.
That would make her ass a star. And everybody's like, why ain't she returned? But yeah, that shit was good as hell. An Extraction.
Oh yeah, they got to make another Extraction.
You seen part 2?
There's a part 2.
You ain't seen part 2 came out June 16th.
It's been out 4 days and I had no idea.
Bro,
why don't you call me?
My bad.
I'm gonna check that out, man.
I'm tired, man.
I'm gonna check that out. Was it good?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, man. I ain't gonna get none of that. You gotta watch that shit.
I don't care, man.
Because right now they're saying that it's Netflix's John Wick.
Okay. All right.
Check it out.
I mean, it's like you can't ruin a John Wick movie.
No.
By with spoiler alerts. Like you can't ruin Extraction with spoilers. You're gonna have to watch that movie because there's gonna be some dope. You're not watching it for the story. Even though the story is dope, but you're not watching it for the story. Like John Wick 2, 3, and 4, you didn't watch for the story.
Well, I'm gonna say this. You know the motherfucker. Well, I mean, it was just him shooting motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this. I don't know how this motherfucker survived floating in that water in India, man.
Some,
listen, they
about to say
literally
it's that magical Indian water, but yeah, everybody's pissing and shitting in them rivers.
Yeah, and they showed how nasty that shit is in the movie purposely. They show all this nasty shit floating in the water, and he floating with open wounds just in the water.
Hey,
man, you better get that motherfucker some antibiotics, man. Well, look, Cuddy, man, let me get off here, man. I had a good time, brother.
Yes, sir, Fred. Good looking
Freddie,
out, brother. How you
up,
been,
Fred?
man?
I ain't seen that cat in a long time, man.
Oh, yeah, brother, man. He's always checking us out.
Yeah. Shout out to Fred Wizzle. All right, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Catch you next week. Talk to you later.
Yeah, man.
All right, brother. Peace.